Hi, Paul Sackett's Good News Broadcast. October is Energy Action Month. It's time to take action and save energy. And we're honored to have Colonel Martin Naranjo. He's the Director of Army Reserve Installation Management Directorate for the Army Reserve. And good morning. Hi, how are you today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Glad to be on.
Well, we're going to talk about a very significant subject matter here, and for the Army Reserve and everybody else. Energy Action Month's opportunity, I guess, in the Army Reserve Energy Program to help the public understand the importance role everyone can play in energy conservation and resiliency, and offer practical, smart energy tips. All right, that's what we all need. Less is more, that everyone can implement in their daily lives. So what are some of the simple ways we can, that you guys are proceeding, and we can follow suit?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, first off, there's a lot of big solutions we're doing in the Army Reserve where we do complex systems where we try to implement microgrid systems with battery storage and renewable energy sources to help us. And those have two different benefits, right? They provide resiliency to our facilities, but they also oftentimes, especially with renewable resources, help in conservation. Our renewable energy has increased in the Army Reserve 36% between 2020 and 2021. So, we have more and more of these systems going out there which helps conserve energy. A lot of these things we do, and a lot of the smaller things we do are enterprise building control systems, which control our HVAC systems, which sets them back when soldiers are in facilities. In the Army Reserve, we have soldiers in our facilities oftentimes on the weekends and not so much during the week, so we are able to save energy by offsetting our HVAC systems during those times. A lot of these things that we do at scale, the listeners could do also within their homes.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have these great things now. You have timers. You could time your lights to be on, you time your lights to be off. You can time your energy to be on, you time your energy to be off. Right? I mean, there's new science out there also that helps.
You really can, and things like that we put in all our new facilities. And a lot of times when we renovate our facilities, we add those in just because there is such a benefit to them. Things we do within our facilities, we're trying to go more and more to LED, especially in our older facilities. We have lots of facilities 40-plus years old lighting systems, a lot of fluorescent, even incandescent still out there. And what we've been doing is switching to LED, especially in our brand new facilities. It saves a lot of energy, and and that's a simple thing that listeners could do to save a lot of energy too, is just switch out lights. You mentioned switches. We automatically add those in our office spaces. So if the room isn't occupied for a period of time, it shuts down the lights. And at the end of the day, that's great, but people are able to leave the office without someone having to turn off all the lights. They automatically shut down on their own. And there's many applications where I've done that in my house, where I applied switches like that. And in that room down in the basement where the kid always leaves the lights on, you add a switch like that, you know that you're going to have an assurance that light comes off and you're saving energy.
There you go. You have even motion lighting, right? I mean, someone goes somewhere and there's no lights, but then some movement, the light goes on, right?
Yep. And we've done a lot of that in our facilities and looking for solutions like that we could apply that fits our what we do in the Army Reserve. Right? You might know the Army Reserve is dispersed over 50 states and 5 U.S. territories, and we have over 650 facilities that we maintain. So having that ability to control those systems and some of these automated systems in there makes it much easier for us to manage it.
Let me ask you, because we've been involved for, I guess, 20-plus or longer years on water, the subject of water. And we help create the United Nations International Day of Water, and we do Earth Day shows. So it's a significant subject for us. So we take over Times Square on Earth Day and working on Central Park as well. So here in New York, and then broadcasting. We're broadcasters. So the world, though, has paid more attention now to the environment, right? I mean, you look at the disasters, and you guys are involved with these kinds of things. And water overall in general, probably the most precious commodity on Mother Earth. How is the Reserve working with that subject matter, water?
Great. No, thank you for that. Yeah, no, as we've seen, we know uninterrupted access to energy and water, and in this case, water you're talking about, is important to our overall mission, right? Our facilities can't operate without it. Our soldiers can't operate without it. We have tried doing some conservation measures within our facility to reduce the amount of water we use. We also meter our facilities closely, where we have live metering that gives us information on whether we have leaks in that facility. We've had facilities where we meter our water usage, and we've seen that a lot is being utilized, and we're able to go back, identify that problem, and fix it. And all these things save money, but they save a precious resource. That is, we need to help make sure that our usage isn't excessive, because water is becoming very difficult, especially in the western part of the United States, where you have a lot of drought and other things that impact our facilities.
Yeah, we're having drought in places that we never thought we would have drought, right?
Yeah.
So it's a big, major adjustment.
And I served as a DPW over in California for a period of time, and we were very conscious of that there's a lot of efforts in that state to conserve water, and we wanted to make sure the Army Reserve is part of the community, and we wanted to make sure that we're doing our part to conserve water, not be wasteful with it. We did a lot of landscaping where we reduced the need for water in order to just help with that limited resource in places like California.
Okay. What are some other simple ways that people can reduce their energy? Are there some other ones we can share with the audience?
Yeah, definitely. Turning some of the energy savings mode on some of your equipment. We do that with equipment within our facilities to make sure that we're reducing our consumption. People could do that simple thing on their televisions in order to reduce consumption. We talked a little bit about setting back the HVAC, but even little simple things like using natural light whenever possible. Buying energy-efficient appliances. And, we have to buy a lot of those in Army Reserve whenever we replace equipment systems within our facilities. But that's something that people look for and to understand truly, there are a lot of options out there that are affordable that could save a lot of energy. And then, just basically running full loads of laundry and dishwashers, those little simple things we do in our everyday life, just to limit the amount of energy, the amount of water that we're using.
I think a little bit of all this is a mindset. I've been called cheap, and I'm okay with that. Why you don't want lights on? Why do you need why do you want to turn off the lights? I say, we don't need all these lights.
Yeah. I agree.
It's almost a mindset. We're very blessed to be living where we live here in America, right? We have the land of plenty, and but the plenty might be overdone in many cases.
Yeah, I understand that, and I see it that way also. I see it that there's multiple benefits that come to this, right? We do a cost-benefit analysis on all of our projects to make sure that there is going to be a savings to the Army long term, and the other benefit is going to be reduction in consumption, which helps overall. Which even in the Army climate strategy, we talked about the reduction of greenhouse gases. And it may even support that too. So there's usually multiple wins when you look at some of these systems and some of these things you're able to do. And as I've said, that we've seen in the Army, it's an important part of our mission to be able to have access to water and energy. And so we're part of the community. And if we're all impacted by this, we all make a difference.
How do people join into the Army Reserve? Where should they go and get that opportunity to work with a wonderful colonel like you?
Great. No, thanks. If anyone's interested in the Army Reserve, go to www.usar.army.mil. And you could, if you go there, there's a lot of information on the Army Reserve, what we do, what our mission is, and how, if you would like to contribute to the greater mission, greater cause, how you could sign up. If you go to that site, there's a landing page on what we're trying on Energy Action Month. If you click on that banner, it'll take you down to some more information for your listeners.
Hi, Colonel. I salute you. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate all that you're doing and that the Army Reserve does. We all do. Thank you.
Thank you.